In today's Big Eye, a U.S. soldier fighting in Afghanistan has developed a new high-tech way to, well, navigate the battlefield. He has created an iPhone app that can help troops target Afghan attackers. It's called Tactical NAV, and it allows soldiers to map and plot waypoints on a battlefield for only a few dollars. Joining me now from Afghanistan is Captain Jonathan Springer. He developed this app in order to help soldiers fight for freedom. Thanks very much for joining us. And first of all, tell us, how does it work?
Hey, Martin, glad to be here, and thanks for having me on. It's very simple. It combines three components: a compass, a map, and a camera. And they're all, it all uses it based around the military grid reference system, latitude and longitude. But yeah, it is very basic in concept, but it basically takes what some expensive civilian GPS and military GPS devices do and puts it all in one app, if you will, and helps, and hopefully helps soldiers execute their mission out on the battlefield.
Well, that's the great thing about it is how inexpensive it is. Can it pinpoint where the attackers may be?
Yes, it can. I'm not going to say it's a magic bullet, if you will, but yeah, it can. It can plot waypoints. It enables you to track where you're going if you're on a patrol. So say if you're taking fire from a certain position, you'll be able to plot that waypoint to that position. So when you go back to base, you can share that data with your comrades, so you can plan the next mission accordingly. To hopefully mitigate any of that risk that would come up on a next operation.
Now, would this app be available to anyone? How do you get it, and how much does it cost?
Well, it's going to be available on iTunes here very soon. It's in Apple's hands right now, getting reviewed, and it'll be the cost of a value mill, about $5.99. So it will be available to anybody, but my intent was to provide the soldier, the U.S. service member, anybody fighting in combat and back in the States, a very inexpensive device to help them at home and abroad.
So what was the alternative? I mean, what were you using before you came up with this?
Well, the military, they do have some GPS devices. They're very expensive. Not everybody gets them. So I saw a lot of soldiers were spending out of pocket upwards of $200, $300, $400 on these GPS systems. But I saw soldiers having these smartphones, iPhones, Android phones, and I said, there's got to be a better way of having to spend out of pocket for something like this. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pony up my own money to create this and sell it for $5.99, and hopefully soldiers and service members out there like it as much as I do.
Yeah, well, I love the ingenuity, but let me ask you this: is there any way, say, that the Taliban could download the app with their iPhone and then use it against American troops?
It's a good question, and yeah, they probably could. There's nothing stopping them from going on, say, Amazon.com or a device, right now. So, to those out there that would say that this is putting soldiers at risk, I would say it's no different than any other civilian GPS device or soldier lose battlefield. I'm just trying to do something to help the warfighter out there on the front lines, and hopefully it does that.